how's it going, guys? Dynamic Entry here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle card analysis video, this time around on the Full Power Frieza, or maybe you refer to him as 100% Full Power Frieza. He's a Dokkan Festival card, and in fact, he has been confirmed to be the next Dokkan Festival that's going to hit global. I'm going to leave the data leak post from the subreddit down in the description below if you do want to check that out. Apparently they're pushing the Gogeta event back into July in order to make it line up with the 1-year anniversary, and we're getting Full Power Frieza first. So I thought I'll make a video about how good the card actually is and if he's worth trying to pull. Fatality. Now first, a note on the card I'm displaying on screen here is the Japanese version of the card translated into English with Google Translate from dbz.space. The actual translated card is already out on dbz.space. The problem is the stat numbers are just not lining up with the JP version yet, and usually that changes before the card is released. But in order to guarantee that you're seeing his actual stats, I'm choosing the translated JP version instead, even though we already have the translation on dbz.space in the inactive tab of the cards. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the superficial stuff. I absolutely love the artwork. I really enjoy his pose, his blast, the color decisions they made, and the black lightning, of course, always looks very impressive on the Dokkan Festival cards. His English name is going to be Frieza and then Full Power in parentheses. His title is Emperor's Devotion, which I think is a cool title, but all of that is subjective, of course. Do let me know, please, if you do enjoy his artwork in the comment section down below. As you know, artwork is subjective, but I do want to know what you guys think. Okay, so let's go and start this off with the stats. He has over 9,000 HP, which is really good, and on top of that he has one of the highest attacks in the game. He's top 5 at the moment, even in JP. 8,700 attack is really damn high, and 4,875 defense is also really good. So I have to say this Frieza has a really well balanced and extremely high all across the board stat line. His stats are phenomenal. He has a 130% 12 key multiplier, which is decent. It's not fantastic, but considering his passive, which we're going to see later, and his really high attack stat, this is an absolutely fine place for his 12 key multiplier to be at. His leader skill is a physical typed version of the Dokkan Festival leader skill, where you give your own type plus 3 key and plus 3,000 attack. In JP, this leader skill was already kind of outdated when he came out, since Gogeta was already out, and Gogeta has this same leader skill, but just for all types. But this is still a very good physical mono team leader, even after Gogeta is out. It won't see any use outside of physical mono. Obviously this is intended for mono teams, and some people may prefer the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Nuking God as their physical mono leader, but for a quick farming session, this is the best physical mono leader you can find for now. His super attack does immense damage. That's a new super attack multiplier that will be introduced in global very soon with this card. In fact, in JP, Gogeta was the first card to have immense damage as his super attack damage multiplier, and basically it's just a higher multiplier above Supreme. So that's amazing. His super attack does more than Supreme damage with his multiplier. He has a decent 12 key multiplier and a really good attack stat line. So even without his passive, he's already doing quite a lot of damage, considering the fact that his leader is going to boost him up in a physical model team as well. And I don't even want to talk about the fact that if you do pair him up with Super Saiyan Blue physical Vegeta and nuke with him, he's a monster. So let's have a look at his passive and his links, because he does not hold back there either. His passive gives him 120% attack up if he does his super attack. Now you may be used to super attack passives like 75% from the Super Saiyan God Gokus, or 80% from the Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, but this guy dwarfs them all. 120% multiplier upon super attack is ridiculous, and if you, as said, pair him up with Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, he actually out damages pretty much every other card in the game with his nuking. So I'm sure you can tell from the way I'm talking about it, I absolutely love this passive. I love his stat line and his super attack multiplier. This guy is a damage beast. And now the only thing left to look at are his links. And there are actually some surprises in his links, at least for people who haven't read up on his JP release yet. So first off, as you might expect, he has Prodigies, the plus 700 attack link, with Vegeta and Piccolo cards. I think a Beerus card or so has it too, but overall this is a mid-tier link that you're almost never going to use, but if it does happen, it's decent. Then of course he has the Frieza damage link, Universe's Most Malevolent. He links up with other Frieza cards with that link, plus 15%, so if you're planning to create a just for fun Frieza team, and I do, then this is an amazing card to use, especially since he also has Strongest Clan in Space, which is the Frieza Clan plus 2 key link. Then of course he has Big Bad Bosses. How could he not have that? He's the infamous Big Bad Boss from Dragon Ball Z. Big Bad Bosses links him up with a lot of the other villains for 25% to attack and defense under the assumption that you're under 80% HP. It's a decent villains link. The problem is there's not a whole lot of villains cards that are worth using in a top tier team at the moment, even in JP. And now we come to the two links which really matter in the meta game and which are the reason that I do recommend, if you have a few stones to spare, to pull for this Frieza. He has Over in a Flash, the plus 3 key link that links him up with Gogeta, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the Super Saiyan God Goku, and that's just really important because this guy doesn't just do super attacks like some other cards may be able to quite easily. He does a ton of damage with his super attack. Remember that his stats are insane. He has a 120% boost to his power when he super attacks. He has a 130% key multiplier, and on top of that he does immense damage, which if you max him out with old Kais is crazy. So this guy, having Over in a Flash, is able to do very consistent super attacks, and those super attacks actually do put the damage in. And then of course he has Fierce Battle, the plus 15% attack link that links up the Dokkan Festival Awakened cards. Really relevant considering he links up really well with Gogeta and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So overall, for a villains card, this guy has some crazy good links that you might not really expect, since Dokkan Battle is kind of known to screw over villains with their links. But this guy has fantastic links. He fits into any Frieza team you want if you're going for a gimmick team, but he also does fit in a top tier meta team, considering he has Over in a Flash, does a ton of damage, and has Fierce Battle. So as said, I'm sure you noticed, I love this card. I would absolutely love pulling him, but do I recommend pulling for him in Global? I'm not sure I do, considering Gogeta is next, and Gogeta is an absolute game changer, while this Frieza is really powerful, but he still requires an Over in a Flash team to really shine, or of course a physical mono team. Gogeta, on the other hand, fits into any kind of team. So if you are free to play, I would have to say wait until you see the stats for the summon. We don't know how high or low the rate for this summon will be yet, so check out the subreddit when the summoning is out to see how high his rate is. If it's not really damn high, I recommend waiting for Gogeta either way, because that card is going to be a game changer, while this Frieza is just a top tier card. A really damn good card, top tier, but not a game breaker in the same sense that Gogeta is for a long time. So I hope you enjoyed this review of mine. Please drop a comment down below if you agree, and especially if you do disagree, so we can discuss this card. I think he's a great card, definitely one of the best villain cards in the game, and I'm looking forward to challenging him with my strength type mono team when he hits Global. So please leave a like if you did enjoy this video. Check out my other Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle content on my channel. I do guides, analyses, all kinds of good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video that I'll make. Bye guys.